Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome once again to another community call hosted by Genius Investors, right? And so today is the 21st of July, 2025. And we'll just be giving you updates around designing blockchain, Vision One, and other things you need to know about the respective ecosystems. So, welcome once again. You get yourself strapped, and we'll be sharing the updates. This update call is going to be very short, and as much as possible, we'll have the opportunity to ask questions. I remain myself, Itwen. Been in the maritime environment for quite some time, and I particularly take interest in emerging technologies. Of course, blockchain is what's currently in vogue, and I've taken an advantage in that. And I also use the opportunity to let people know what's what's out there and what you need. Okay, so if you're in the GI community, then this is for you. If you're just coming in new, you may have a lot of questions. Okay, so all you need to do is just take notes, and I'll answer that at the end of the presentation. All right. So today we'll be talking about Vision One. Okay. We're talking about the normal updates. We'll be talking about legacy and incentive. And for those who have purchased Zenic hubs and have the need to have it repaired, we'll be giving you the various opportunities available. Okay. So basically, Vision One. If you're new to Vision One, then it's just a unique cooperative that has been designed to empower and enhance the collective wealth of its members. Okay, and it's been observed that true strength lies not in the few, okay, but in the power of many. And so, the Vision One is just much more than a community. It is member driven. Okay, it's a movement. Okay, rooted in the shared good and mutual success. So if you've taken a look at the model, for those who have been involved in it, it prioritizes aligned interest, you have shared ownership, you have collective decision making, and all that. So through this structure, every member plays an active role in shaping the future of Vision One while benefiting from its continued development. So, as a member of Vision One, you gain advantage and access to exclusive opportunities reserved solely for the cooperative. And these benefits are tailored to support your financial growth while contributing to the strength and sustainability of the network as a whole. So if you look at the Vision One ecosystem, you can see the various icons I have here on my screen. And so we're talking about the VU shop. Okay, you have VU One, you have Flight One, you have Copper One, you have VU Travel, KMinting, Zenomo app, and then Bondex. Okay, so the summary of that is already shown on the screen right there. So the normal ecosystem is an ecosystem that gives you an opportunity to each and every one of these projects you've just seen listed here. And it starts by just having the normal wallet, which you can download from either your Play Store or your Apple Store app. Okay. And so it's an all-in-one ecosystem where you can have the opportunity to have access to different projects. You can co-own different projects. You also have a wallet that can manage your finances. And last but not the least, you have a social media interaction within the same wallet. So it's an ecosystem where you can do everything, get connected to people, and still manage your finances within that wallet. Okay. And so the cooperative structure is there, member-owned cooperative framework. Okay, so it ensures development and governance shared benefits. So that's the advantage of being a member of the Vision One. Okay, and so what has happened over time is that if you have been involved in VU One, if you're an early member of VU One, you would have noticed right now that you're already an automatic member of Vision One. And so from VU One, you're already having access to VU One, then you had the access to the VU shop, you had the access to flight controls, okay? But now with the Vision One, you're having access to Copper One, the normal ecosystem, KMintings, and Bondex, and every other thing that comes with it. That is really, really, really important for you to note, okay? So if you were a VU One member earlier, you are automatically a Vision One member, okay? And why this is happening is because very soon the system will be locked to ensure that the Vision One is only by invitation, right? It's only by invitation. So that is definitely going to be happening soon. Okay, so a summary of what I've just told you here: Vid Travel focuses on using technology to leverage the future of travel. You have the Copper One that is focused on mining the supply of the community of tomorrow, which is copper. So if you've known about the Copper One project, it talks about copper and the future of copper. And we are looking at renewable energies, we are looking at electric driven vehicles, we are looking at solar panels, we are looking at AI and all the necessary chips, all right, and components that are used to design what technology will drive tomorrow. All this is based on copper. And so there's a copper mine, a real-time copper mine in the world, somewhere in America, where you can have access to part ownership based on your level of participation. Okay, so that's about that. So if you are a VU1, right, currently a Vision 1 member, you already have the certificate which is verified on the blockchain. So you can have this code that is scanned. You see the code here scanned by the organization. And the Vision 1, you can see this is signed by Gernot Winter. Okay, so you have your certificate already there. This certificate gives you one share in the Vision 1 ecosystem. So you have a share in it, and it gives you an opportunity in terms of partial passive income to earn from all the activities within the ecosystem. And I've already mentioned the activities in my previous slide. So this is easy to find out. As you go to your Nomo wallet, open your Nomo app, you go to the webon and download the Vision 1 webon. It's you see there among the Discover webon page. And once you download it, you enter in there. You're already registered as a VU1 member, so you already have access there. And then if you go into the menu, you can see where you can download your certificate and have this. Like we said, this is enshrined in the blockchain, so you're automatically a shareholder, one shareholder of this particular of this ecosystem, right? And of course, based on the various projects that will be coming into this ecosystem, you're sure to benefit from the emerging technologies there. Okay, so that talks about our Vision 1 membership, okay, which we said is definitely going to be exclusive in not too distant future. So it's only going to be by invitation, right? So let's move on to Nomo app. So Nomo app is already, there's a major change coming to the Nomo app, right? An interesting and innovative change coming to the Nomo app. So at a certain point in time, you receive the notifications from your various stores in order for you to download and install. And once you download and install and you run it, you will definitely get to see a request for you to actually validate or put in your recovery phrase, right? It's very, very important because if you lose your recovery phrase, then you have lost access to your wallet. So before you try to run that application or before you try to download the newer version, please open the older version and try and get your recovery phrase out. It's a very simple process. You log into the app, you go to your settings, go to recover, your backup phrase, and it will ask you for the code. And then once you take up that phrase, write it down in a piece of paper or in a diary and keep it somewhere safe. Avoid having it on your phone or mobile devices that have connections to the internet because you don't know when you may share this information. Anyone that has access to this information has access to all your assets, okay? And so download this app. Once you install the app, you get in there, you put in your recovery phrase, and all what you had in the previous app will be transferred onto the new app. If you've already copied your recovery phase, then you are good to go. And that is all that is required. Like we said, the Nomo app is going to come with a major upgrade, which is beneficial in terms of the innovation and the use of the app. Remember, the app has a lot of things. First of all, you have an opportunity to purchase projects around the world. And we're talking about so many projects. Projects focused on aviation, projects focused on copper, projects focused on premium bonds, and you have KMintings, and you have also the normal wallet itself. Okay, so this is quite a big ecosystem. I do not want to lose all what you have or all what you had invested by just forgetting your passphrase. So please take time out after this presentation to go copy your passphrase, put it in your diary, and keep it safe where you normally would know you don't usually go to, right? So it could be somewhere in your wardrobe, anywhere you know that you it's safe. You only knows that area. Just have that kept there. You can always go back there. It's written so it doesn't fade off. You can always go back there to recover your passphrase. Okay. So we've had some persons in the ecosystem. So we are talking about people who came in from Sapphire, okay, that probably have not activated their account for quite some time. And maybe they've not been able to access their minters. And we're talking about the Zenic and all the other projects that were on the Sapphire right then as a community, and they want to be part of Vision One. So we call them the legacy members. Okay, so they've been existing, and there's an opportunity right now for them to become full members of the Vision One with an incentive. Okay. So if you had not activated your account earlier, you can do this right now for just €100. And what does €100 give you? It first gives you a full Vision One membership, and that is membership to a lot of incentive and access to all the projects in Vision One. You also have your unlimited KMintings access, which means there are no fees and there are no limits. Okay. Remember earlier, if you wanted to have access to your minter, so if you were investing in about the several projects that were there in the ecosystem with Sapphire, okay, you needed your KMintings as part of a fuel fee in order to get access to your tokens. So with the €100, you would have covered up all the existing fees that had been backlogged, and it will take care of all that. And then you have access, unlimited access to your all your apps, all your minters, all your tokens that have been minted, whether it's a partial hub or a full hub that you have gotten, you have access to all of that. And last but not the least is that there is a $400 tag trading bonus being issued when you pay this €100, right? And so you can imagine the instant value of over 400%. And for those who love trading, this is actually a big bonus for you. And there are also added incentives with the tag trading options. Okay, so if you are involved in tag, you definitely understand what these percentages are and the startup bonus you have once you get into the tag ecosystem. So all this listed here on the screen is available for €100, but it's only focused on those who have not activated their VU1 when VU1 was there, who have not activated their membership, and they can come in right now and become full Vision One membership. This used to be be on with a deadline of the 15th of July. But of course, the community spoke and the leadership listened, and we now have this extended to 31st of July, 2025. Again, if you heard me at our last call around the 14th, we had till the 15th of July, which was just one day. But now we have an extension to the 31st of July. So if you have your friends that, they had not had access to their hubs, or they wanted to go get their tokens, and they found out that they had restrictions with KMintings and all that, it's just €100, right? You can pay with your card, you can pay with crypto. Payment with the crypto option requires that you need to have your KYC done, and then you can get them have all these four options available for them at a go. Okay, so time is ticking and you do not want to miss this opportunity. So go meet your guys who have these accounts, and let them come in and get themselves rejuvenated with the new ecosystem. Okay, so I've just listed the steps earlier. You download and open your normal app, right? So if you've not had the app earlier, you can always download it. Then look for Discover Webons. It comes automatically when the app is downloaded. Install the Vision One Webon. You visit the Vision One Access Webon, and then register with your invitational code. And this is quite important for those that are going to do this. If you're a new member, you will not have the invitational code. You require a code from an existing member. But if you are an existing member of the ecosystem, Sapphire ecosystem, of course, your email address would already have been captured, right? And so automatically there's a code that is available for you. Once you put in that code and made your membership payment, you receive a confirmation, and then you also have the share certificate I shared with you earlier in two slides before, right? So with that share certificate, like I said, you have exclusive membership to all Vision One projects. Okay, you also have a share certificate which gives you access to one share in that ecosystem, which is passive income, readily available for you. Okay, and last but not the least are the four things that are listed: the unlimited KMinting access, all fees paid. You have 400%, $400 tag balance available for you to trade, and access to all your existing minters. Okay, so please take look at these steps, screenshot it. If you are not sure, you can have to write it down. Just screenshot it and send it across to your friends. Let them go back in and get their sales registered and meet the extra and get the extra bonus before the 31st of July. Like we said, it was supposed to have closed on the 15th. They met the leadership listing, and we have that available right now. Okay. So last but not the least, are the those who have purchased the Zenith Hub, and we are talking about those who have received this as those in Europe who have received this. Okay, so if you had challenges with your hub and you wanted to repair you, obviously there would have been various challenges with having to return the hubs or having to get a new one. Now there's an option that is available right now, and that is around you getting your hub repaired for or getting a new hub for €300. Okay, so but there is another extra incentive added to it. So if you're purchasing a copper minter for €100, then there's a repair of your hub will cost for €1,000, a repair of your hub will cost €100 instead of €300. Okay. If you decide to want to expand that copper minter for 2,500, which means you're getting a minter with a bigger capacity, then you have a repair cost of €0 instead of €300. So it gives you an opportunity to have your Zenith Hub repaired at the same time you're getting ownership of another project, which is the copper project. I've explained the copper project in the previous slides. Every new innovation coming in the future, we're talking about 2025 till future, will require improvements in technology. This technology covers renewable energies, covers electric cars, we're talking about AI and machines, faster processors, all this require copper. So naturally, copper will be in demand. And there's an opportunity for you to be a co-owner of an existing mine right now that has been tokenized on the ecosystem. And you getting that hub, right? The copper minter for either €1,000 or €2,500 gives you co-ownership of that minter and also aids in the repair of a Zenith Hub, that is if you have any. Okay, so this applies to those who are in Europe. Of course, if you have in any other location, you can reach out to your team leader to see how you can get that fixed. Okay, so a copper minter for those who are building team is already counting towards your promotion. Okay, so you have those that are interested in building ranks, okay, or those that are interested in making this a business in the community. The sale of these hubs counts towards your promotion. Okay, so that's the update we have currently today. If this meeting is recorded and is definitely going to be posted live on our social media channels, so you can take a snapshot of these social media channels and share it in order for you to get more insights, more updates, and to see the past videos we've made regarding this topic. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. If you have any questions regarding the current update, I'll be available to answer your questions. Thank you. Let's check the chats if there are any questions. If there are none, I would ask. Okay, so since some other guys on the call, if they just want to give us a voice, Lorenzo.
Yeah, Itwen, thank you very much for the call and for sharing your experience with us and your guidance. Okay, I'm Lorenzo and I'm a VU Gold member. I discovered this project some years back, maybe three or 4 years back now, this VU program. It started as Vinoc. Vinoc is the mother company that now gave right to VU. And they are doing like Itwen has already explained. So I just want to add that, yes, it is true. What Itwen has said is correct. It's happening. It's happening. So VU1 has been changed to Vision 1 so that we can have more companies from different industries join us apart from VU. VU is number one in aviation, doing to aviation what Uber has already done to taxi. So you either come as a participant or you come as an owner or a co-owner. There's opportunity to co-own the project itself. The project that is via buying the hubs, HUB. Hub is a minter that mints the VU token. And without the token, there will be no fuel for the project. So you can buy a hub It means for a certain number of years every day. So the tokens were betting that the tokens will do like Uber did. Uber was done in 2009 or so, or 2010. Today, Uber is over $70 and still counting. So supposing you buy the hub and tomorrow, since VU for aviation is bigger than taxi by far, as in very, very far. So if taxi can do $70, some of us are betting that VU should do at least minimum $300. Okay, let's say we're wrong and it does half of $300. That's $150. It's still better than Uber in terms of share price. So how about buying it now when it's selling for less than $1 in the market? I mean the VU token. You buy the hub that mints the token. So that's how you can bet on becoming wealthy because aviation is real. Movement is one of the characteristics of living things. And you also get paid when you refer the program, when you travel, like Itwen said, and all of that. So if you buy up to 18 of the hops, that qualifies you for one slot of VU Gold program. Why VU Gold program? It gives you a chance to earn from 1% of all tickets, each and every ticket, but via the VU app. 1% of the value of the ticket is put in a pool and it can be shared by only 500 people. To be among those 500 people, you need to have one slot at least. And that's 18 hubs. So one hub is selling for about, do you remember now?
That is just less than 2,000 euros.
Yeah, less than 2,000 euros for one hub. And this hub, when you buy it, will be minting the VU token for you, which is your personal asset property. But if you have the trust, why the offer still lasts to buy up to 18, then you qualify for that extra pool. It's just a gift. I think about almost 300 is gone. It's remaining about 200 as we speak. Then apart from aside that, you also have airports. You can be a licensee to airports. So do you know airports that people travel to, and in the future they use VU app to travel to those airports? There are about 5,000 airports in the world. So the licensing is on. Some of us have, and we're recommending to other people that look, all tickets are terminated in your airport where you are the licensee. You gain 1% of the ticket as well, including hotels that are booked around that airport area through VU. You also gain 1% of the booking of the hotel. So if somebody stays for 1 month, for example, as he's paying 1% or whatever he pays, is given to you because you are the licensee to the airport that is closest to that airport, to that hotel. Think about it. You get 1% of the airport ticket to the airport where you are the licensee. You also get 1% of all overnight stay of passengers who booked hotels in your location through the VU app. So these are innovations that makes VU clearly ahead of its peers. All right. And more things are coming, restaurant booking, ship cruise booking through VU app and all of that. So if you're listening to this call, you want to ask yourself, what are you going to do about the information we're giving you out right now? Okay. Especially now that VU has partnered with one of the biggest in the world, providing data for our kind of business aviation. The company is called Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus. So you want to check them out. And so one is such a company who's an authority in the aviation, decides to partner with VU, and VU being number one in this area of business. You see that fortune again is calling here. You want to find out where aviation does about $1 trillion cumulative, both medical aviation, commercial aviation, private jet aviation, chartered flight, and all of that, all over the world put together. They're averaging about $1 trillion. 1 trillion with a T. So we need only 5% of that for everything Itwen told you to come to pass. So will you sit on the fence or you come on board? We trust you to act in your best interest. And if 2,000 euro for one hub is too much for you, you can buy part of a hub, what they call partial hubs, with as little as 400 euro. You can start your journey on that. Itwen, I hope I'm correct.
Yes,
With
yeah.
as little as 400 euro, you can start your journey on that. Don't sit on the fence. These are the legitimate ways people become wealthy, by owning assets that are rising in value and will give you cash flow. Yep. So you're lucky to have come when we're still at the ground floor. In fact, we left the ground floor. We're at the second floor now. So you better make hay before we get to the 12th floor. Thank you. I thought I should share. There are people in Africa, in Nigeria, in cities in Nigeria that are participating in this, and you want to take advantage. Thank you.
Oh, thanks very much, Lorenzo. As a Vugo member, they are one of the few persons in the world I'll be sharing in a certain percentage of the profits coming in from the activities of VU worldwide. All right. So those are the updates, ladies and gentlemen. Like we said, you can ask your those who invited you here for a replay, or you can check our channels for the replay and further updates. We meet same time on Monday next week, where we share other information regarding the VU ecosystem and Copper One and the other projects that exist within the ecosystem. Thanks once again for attending, and see you same time next week. For me, it's bye for now. Bye.